Hello and welcome to Gematria Database. I'm your host, Keith Wise, also known as Wisecraft. This is how you get to the site. As you see, it pops up first. It's con5piracy.blogspot.com. Gematria is the practice or study of coding numbers into words from the Kabbalah. It is matching the sum of words or key phrases with dates on the calendar and time span duration, matching the same digits in various ways. It is a language. Just like any language once learned, it can be understood and spoken. This is a database of various cipher, numerology timelines, and gematria connections with breakdowns and a knowledge for the truth seekers out there that are drawn to this type of wisdom. So as you see, there's several places to go, and this is my navigation. So like you have your top navigation right here, your secondary navigation here, and then these are extras. So at the top you have the letters and numbers audiobook, color key legend, gematria database information, gematria research, types of gematria, types of numerology, events timeline, timeline connections, research types, word sums, Gematrinator calculator, resource links, the decode game, and gematria bumper stickers. Secondary, you have search database, names, people, number names, number placement, places, locations, random words, government words, occult words, negative words, psyop words, symbol words, days, months, shapes, planets, zodiac names, colors, word combinations, acronyms. And then you have gematria sums research, beast numerology sums research, the Pythagorean matching sums, simple English ordinal matching sums, reverse reduced matching sums, reverse ordinal matching sums, and then date numerology sums, date numerology, day numerology, and reduced numerology. This is a basic graphing out essentially how the code works. You have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. And as you see, there's numbers written underneath them. So you have A is 1, 1, 26, and 8. You have B is 2, 2, 25, and 7. You have C is 3, 3, 24, and 6. You have D is 4, 4, 23, and 5. And so notice there's a sequence and a pattern to it. So the first one is just the alphabetical order. A is 1, Z is 26. The second one is the same for 1 through 9, but then when you get to 10, it reverts to 1. That's because 1 plus 0 equals 1. And then you got 11 is 1 plus 1 equals 2, and then 12 is 1 plus 2 equals 3, and so on. The third one, down here, you see it says 26, and you notice that Z is 1. So basically it's backwards. A is 26 and Z is 1. And then same with the numerology laws, 2 plus 6 equals 8. So you have the numerologies down here. First one we call simple or English ordinal. The second one is the numerology equivalent of English ordinal, known as Pythagorean gematria. The third one is a reversal of the first one, so we call that reverse ordinal. Fourth one is the numerology equivalent of the reverse ordinal, which is called reverse reduced or reverse reduction. If you notice these over here, it says G, and then E, and then M, and then A, and then T, and then R, and then I, and then A. Is basically spelling out Gematria database in that way, if anybody was wondering. This is the Gematria database information. Welcome, fellow truth seekers and reality hackers, to the Gematria database. Here you will find gathered data from all of the YouTubers and bloggers out there that focus on the subject Gematria, or Gematria. Listed on the right side of the main page is resource links, where I get all of this data from. Everything is placed here in a legible manner and documented for future pattern recognition. Now all the connections can be seen by all who view with undeniable proof. One has to apply the tools that are presented in order to see the proof and the patterns that are laid out for themselves. Here is a platform for such a structure. Each page has a taskbar at the top to make things easier to navigate through in a faster way in order to see the connections and correlation. For example, if you are on the Gematria Connections page and you want to navigate to a specific number or sum, the numbers are listed above in the taskbar. Find the number you are looking for and click on it to navigate there. More on that later. All words are categorized in order to see what theme they belong to in our culture. Words, names, or phrases, word combinations, are also color key-coded, like on a map, to connect on some symbolic way what they correlate with, and to keep the categories separate but easy to remember. For example, if it's a government word, it will be green. If it's an occult word, then it will be yellow. If it's a negative word, it will be red, and so on. More on that later. Click on Color Key Legend to see more of the key codes like on a map. Feel free to look around and comment if you like. Feedback is always welcome and helpful for us all. Please help me put data in that needs to be documented and needs to be there according to your study. Leave things you'd like me to add in comments or email me, wisecraft@gmail.com. This database has been created to be a Wikipedia for Gematria people. This can be used as a resource to fact-check information. There is all 4 main base ciphers or equations, alphabetical order styles. These styles are as follows: Pythagorean reduction Gematria, PG cipher, A equals 1, Z equals 2 plus 6 equals 8. So Z equals 8. Simple English ordinal Gematria, or SG cipher, A equals 1, Z equals 26. Reverse reduced Gematria, or RR cipher, A equals 2 plus 6 equals 8, Z equals 1, or A equals 8. Reverse ordinal Gematria, RO cipher, A equals 26, Z equals 1. And then you have a graph here that shows how those ciphers relate to each other. These are the cipher sum relevance down here. These are the information, the data that's produced from those on a scale, and this is the graph that it produces. The more advanced ciphers will be added, like Jewish and English Sumerian Gematria ciphers, after all the base ciphers are completed. Event timeline information is also here and separated by categories such as life lesson timeline, born dates, death lesson timeline, death dates, historic timeline, events in history, established timeline, government establishment dates, shooting, attack, bombing timeline, event dates. For example, if it's a birth date, it will be green. If it's a shooting event, it will be dark blue. If it's a death or bombing event date, it will be red, and so on. The event sums numbers can be clicked to see what other dates have that same number, as well as the connections to other scenarios that have occurred with that same numerology sum. More on this later. Sometimes when decoding an event, you'll notice the day of the year number will align with the name gematria of the persons involved in the event of that day. Always check the governor and mayor of an U.S. states of occurrence as well. Remember to measure from their birth dates and date of acceptance into office to the event date. Watch for repeating digit patterns. Sometimes the first name or surname of persons, gematria, will align with the event theme word that they are involved in. Not always, but usually that number will also match a Freemasonry word or gematria in some way. Sometimes the age a musician dies will align with the stage name of that person. Sometimes the place of occurrence will align with the age of the persons involved. Remember to measure from the event to any solar, lunar, or total solar lunar eclipse event. Usually the numbered digits, days, months, years will match the words solar eclipse, total solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, or eclipse gematria. When the event is a shooting, measure from the date of event to the next eclipse event. The number of days will usually match the shooter name gematria. The full name may also align with the occupation of the shooter. There is also graphs to show the pattern orientation of whether it's words, events, timeline structures, or ages of death during a given scenario being reported in history or in modern media and entertainment. Thank you for your time. Remember to do your research and believe nothing. Formulate your own opinions on fact-checking source-based information whenever possible. Wisecraft. So if you click on Letters and Numbers, Audiobook, it will take you to where you can actually listen to the audiobook, which is read by me and set up in chapters over here. So you can actually, on the right, go to each chapter you want to go to. If you want to get the book, go here and you can purchase it for $5. It's an excellent book put together by Zachary K. Hubbard, who created the structure for this knowledge to be able to be understood by everyone. Over on the left, these are numbers that are frequently used in the book and where they are used. As I edit them, there will be more chapters that follow. Currently I have 1 through 4 chapters edited. To get back to the previous page, just go here at Gematria Database Information. That concludes our first orientation of how to use the Gematria database and the purpose for it. Thank you for your time.